phones and SOS on. Nothing, not even messages on them.
So I said, I think it's.
Yeah.
I'm the non-special person.
So it's still there, and they should record the meeting, and you can post it online as, so record on the camera.
As of right now, we're live.
Mm.
As of right now, we're live.
We're live.
Yes, we are.
Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry, my microphone wasn't on. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Pocomoke City Mayor and Council meeting. 25-R-7, Charter Amendment, first reading. If I may, for another point of order, last night I received an email from a citizen, basically letting us know that because the agenda did not give specifics to what the charter amendment was going to be about, that it could potentially violate the Open Meetings Act. So today I did reach out to Andrew. And I said, Andrew, you know, what is this? What does it look like? And Andrew explained to me that we did indeed give notice that we were doing a charter amendment, that this is indeed the first reading. So citizens will know moving forward that they can give comment about it at another time. So ultimately, it is up to you all tonight if you would want to table it. Now, on the other side of it, if an Open Meetings Act complaint is filed, that means 5 to 6 hours of work that our staff and Andrew will have to do to respond to the Open Meetings Act complaint. So you all do have the right to table it, and we revisit it at the first meeting in January, or we can move forward.
If we table it and address it in January, to be clear, as possible last violation.
So if we table it tonight and they literally just add charter amendment, mayor's roles and duties to the title, we'll be good.
I mean, I'm okay with tabling it just because this is the first time, I mean, when I got this agenda packet, this is the first I've seen it, or it brought to my attention that any of this was trying to be changed. I hadn't previous to this agenda.
I mean, we've all talked about this, but it was never anything that was done concretely. It was actually supposed to be on the last agenda, but cracks. So it's up to y'all tonight whether you want to table it. I have my opinion. I think you all should table it.
I would like to make sure that we're clear on the alleged or proposed violation of the Open Meeting Act, which seems to be a very pressing topic here of late. My opinion, and pushing it down the road would allow us to do what we need to do to be able to address it properly. Not that we do that tonight, but I don't see the need of causing additional work. I make a motion to table resolution number 2025-R-7 until January meeting.
Motion has been properly made and seconded. All those in favor use the sound aye.
Aye.
Those that oppose, you have the same right. Thank you. Moving forward to item number 7, National Guard Armory discussion. So as you all know, the bids were put out for demolition of the armory. After the bids were put out, I had a meeting with some officers from the city, and they asked me what we were going to do with it. And I said, we're going to demolish it. And they said, oh no, please don't do that. And within that conversation, they said to me, you know, we want to come down, want to look at the building, and we want to help you all revitalize and restore this building. So I spoke with Mr. Barkley, and I told him, you know, this. So we're now just waiting for them to send us the date that they can come down. I'm not saying that we let this process go for a long time. The only thing that I'm asking is that we allow them to come, see how much money they're talking about giving us, and then if it's not an amount that we can work with, that we proceed with these bids. How long are the bids good for, John?
30 days.
Yeah, 30 days from. Yeah, we have time.
mean, for me, and I'm sure all of you have opinions concerning it. My thing is that we're talking about the beautification of the town, either way. If they wanna come in and they wanna help us, I think we should allow them to do it, but if we see that it is not going to be feasible, we honor these bids and we bring these bids to the body and you all vote.
Here's where I am with it. When I started this a long time ago, I was all in favor of rehabbing that and turning it into a beautiful place in Potomac. As I got involved in the project, I saw and asked questions and looked at different studies and what it's going to cost to do this and talked to developers. I really struggled with a developer taking it because I don't think the money's there for it coming out of it. I think it's hard. If I lived across the street from that thing, that man right there would receive a phone call from me every day because I think as a town and as a city, we failed that property. I think we failed to the point where it's a blight on what we do. You had mentioned the other day, Mayor, as you were riding around town, the decay, and that's a prime example of it. Would I like to have some state money come in and help us with this thing? I would have liked to have had it some time ago. I'm in full favor of moving with demolition with these bids and getting it done. I don't think, and though I appreciate your opinion, you're out, very much so. But I would hope that, my fear is, if we go down that path, that 3 years from now, we'll be having the same discussion again. Whereas by the 1st of March, we can have that property cleared and sell it for $175,000 or whatever. That's kind of where I am.
So you think it's gonna take them 3 years to decide whether or not they're gonna give us the money?
No, I'm not sure how long it will take, but I know that by March 1st, we can have that land cleared and be putting it in a position where it can earn tax revenue for us.
I'm just saying because you said it's gonna.
Oh, no.
Probably 3 years or maybe 3 years down the road.
It could
We'll be having this discussion again, so.
That's my fear. I don't know, that wouldn't be true. You know, I know that in dealing with state agencies and federal agencies where grant money is concerned, in many cases, it does take a little bit of time.
Well, how long do we wait for them to decide when they want to come in?
Well, it sounds like we have 30 days from the time that the bid was.
Bids
I
are
know, but
So-
will the state be down within that 30-day thing?
I'm not
Is
gonna
the
hold my breath.
question.
Right, so-
You know, because I've always wanted to save it
Well,
for something, but
well, here's my thing on it. My only request is that we let them come.
Right.
I'm not saying that we automatically jump up and say, oh yes, here comes our saviors, they're gonna fix this building. My only request is we allow them to come, we allow them to look at it. But we all have to make sure that we're all in the space when they're here, so we can sniff out the BS if it's indeed BS.
are we gonna tell them that you have 30 days? I mean, you're gonna tell the state that they have 30 days to.
No, I'm not thinking about the 30 days, because the same way we put out the bids is the same way we can put it out again and the same companies are gonna bid. It's a matter of a phone call to say, hey, we know that we exceeded that 30-day limit. Would you resubmit your bid? Can we alter the date on your bid? That's the easy part about all of this. The harder part is the fact of, and I get where Scott's coming from, where we thought that the process with the reverter clause was only gonna take 1 to 2 months, and in return, our first meeting with them concerning the reverter clause was September of 2023. We finally got an answer when last month, October, November of 2024. So it has taken a lot of time that we didn't think it was going to take. My only ask is we let them come.
Well, I'd have to say that I side more with, Councilman Marshall on this. Since I've been on the council, this has been a topic, and it's been, we've gotten quotes on this building now, I think 4 or 5 different times on what it would cost, and every time we do that, the price is going up. And also, it's time consuming for departments and our staff to continually do this, and then every time we reach out, well, some won't even put a bid in now because they've done it 2, 3, 4 times, and we keep kicking the bucket down the road type of deal. It'd be great if the state would come in and do all that, but like I said, I wouldn't hold my breath. We've been in discussion with the state about this armory since I've been on council. And they haven't shown any interest to this point of helping, or, I mean, we tried to, in the, whatever it's called, it says if it's not used for public use, it's supposed to go back to the state. State's already waved their hands, but they didn't want anything to do with it 3 years ago. I can't see them coming now to do it. I'm in favor of moving forward with the tearing it down.
And let me just state for the record, I did not go to them about this. I was on a meeting with them about something completely different, and then asked specifically about the armory. I didn't ask them for help or anything. I just told them how it was.
Yeah.
Are these the same folks who were involved with the Bel Air Armory?
Yes.
You know, I guess I'm looking for closure on this thing, and, you know, they did a great job on the Bel Air Armory. It's a truly amazing project. But I think they're 2 different animals, and my concern is these guys don't pan out. Who's next? And there'll be somebody else coming down the road that wants to save it as well. I want to save it, but I think she's too far gone there. One thing that will come out of it, it's not like it's going to be totally gone from our community. One of the things I think was in the bid and has been requested by each of the bidders, whichever one is going to be awarded to, is the Maryland seal try to be saved, and a good portion of bricks be saved and cleaned up for Veterans Memorial to be put down by the river where the flagpole thing is. And I think that's something, regardless of the outcome of that building, that we need to do.
And as far as like the walkable community that has been in discussion for our town and trying to revitalize it downtown, that property is a big part of it. And some of the stuff we've worked on in the past of ideas on how to use that property can't come there as long as that building is there. So, I mean, I'm in favor of moving forward.
I would like to hear what the state could possibly offer. Maybe we could come up with our own timeline for if we don't hear from them in a set amount of days, then we can vote demolition, but I think we should give them the opportunity if they're offering that now.
I will say for the record, now I've been here a long time, and we had, I don't know if you call it a survey, you know, done back in 2012. And it was over $1 million just to even get started with renovations or revitalization, or whatever you want to call it. So if it was over $1 million back then, I don't know what it will be now, but I mean, I have the letter at home. I should have brought it, but I didn't. But back in 2012, that's what it was then. But then a company from Salisbury, they looked at the buildings and the structure and the bricks falling and everything, and the windows out, and that was a lot. So, I mean, that's why I asked, how long do we give the state to say, well, you say you want to come down and look at it, but how long are we going to give them? Because I mean, that was 12 years ago.
So just to piggyback on what you're saying, then in 2017, a Brumfield study was done. And Ms. Diane, I know you will remember this. You and I went to, it wasn't Dockside, was it Mallards? Yeah, it was Riverside. It could have been Riverside.
Yeah.
The city lied for a long time. And I was the only person I was the new kid on the block. And I was the only person that, Scott, you were actually here by the time we had this meeting. But I was the only person saying it's too expensive. It's too expensive. The city cannot do it. And you remember the guy said he was gonna slap me in the face. We did try to give it back. We did try to apply for grants before. We've done it all. People don't realize how much we did trying to get things situated with that building. But I wanted y'all to know that we have options. If we want to entertain them, if we want to let them come, or if we want to move forward. But the one thing that I am gonna say is that City Hall has known about this for a long time.
My whole thing is too, though, is I just don't understand if we had the quote, if we've had the bids, we've all looked over them. We all have an idea probably of who we would like to select. We've had recommendations from the city. We know there's a 30-day limit. And we knew that our next meeting wasn't within the 30 days. So I'm confused as to why tonight was about a discussion and not a decision.
I ain't the person to answer your question, my God. But what I will say is that this meeting did not happen just 2 weeks ago. And again, I'm not gonna go into detail for what organization I was representing. But when they asked me, what are you all going to do with the Army? I looked it right in that camera. And I said that it's coming down.
Oh.
And that's when they, wait, wait. Because they're going to come, they want to come and look at the armory, and they want to come and look at the Washington Inn. I met with the city manager of Princess Anne late last week. I said, hey, has the state been in contact with you about coming down? He said, yes, but he hadn't gotten a definitive date. I said, I still haven't gotten a date. I'm cool with whatever y'all do. I just want y'all to know that we have options.
I appreciate the options, I do. But it comes a point in time where you've got to draw a line and say enough is enough. And like my dad said, your fish are cut bait. And they did a great job on the Bel Air Armory. They did a great job there, but after them, it'll be somebody else. And after them, it'll be somebody else. And, you know, we have the opportunity now, we have the bids, we have the time frame, we have the wherewithal, we have support, we have the money. And there comes a time when, as much as I hate to say we want to knock it down, but we need to knock it down. And that time's now.
We will vote on the bids on January the 6th. Make sure they're in the packet agenda. Comments from the city council. Councilman Hotman.
Just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll see you guys till after the holidays. So I hope everybody has a good one and spends it with loved ones. And I also wanted to, didn't do the Christmas lights competition this year, but I saw that the Pocomoke Chambers did the business window decoration contest. And if you go through downtown, you see all the windows. I mean, it's much noticeable this year than in years past, and it's been good to see. So I want to thank the Pocomoke Chamber of Commerce for that competition. And I want to thank all the businesses for participating. And even though we didn't have a Christmas lights competition this year for residents, I want to thank all the residents that put up Christmas decorations and lights, because I have 2 kids, and you know, it's always good to see and spread Christmas cheer. So just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Councilmember
I'm sorry. That's okay. I want to thank everyone, city employees and residents, for a wonderful old-fashioned Mayor's Christmas. I thought it was a wonderful event. The rendition of Silver Bells I thought was quite stirring. I thought he did a great job with that, but that's something that we can be proud of as a town. And when we have these things like that event and many other events where, you know, we can come together as a town and just, you know, enjoy being a resident of Pocomoke. Gives us a lot to be thankful for in the past and a lot of promise in the future. And additionally, I'd like to wish all the city staff and residents of Pocomoke a happy holiday, Merry Christmas. Whatever it is you do, you know, do it well and enjoy yourself with your family.
Councilwoman Downing.
Just Merry Christmas to everybody.
Councilmember Conlon.
Yes, happy holidays and thank you for coming out. We appreciate you.
Moving forward to comments from the mayor. CL, buckle your seatbelt.
I'm ready, man.
Oh, God.
So the first thing I want to say is I want to thank all of my family and friends that donated bikes for the inaugural Sandra Knott bicycle giveaway. We were able to give out 41 bikes to kids in our community over the weekend. It was amazing to see. Amazing to see kids pedaling off of their bikes. Somebody said to me, sometimes bikes are a way for a kid to escape abuse, to escape not having food, but also to escape reality, kids playing and being kids. And that's what it's all about. My mom believed that every child should have a bike at Christmas. And while we couldn't give every child a bike, we were able to give 41 kids here in Pocomoke a bike for Christmas. So I want to thank everybody that gave. I also want to thank everybody that made the mayor's old-fashioned Christmas evening a success. It was brutally cold out there, but it was so great to see so many warm faces. People talked about turnout. I don't care about that. It's about people coming together. And it's about people being in the same place, and it's about the nostalgia. With that being said, I think that's the gushy stuff. I got the gushy. Merry Christmas and happy Hanukkah and happy Kwanzaa to everybody. Now, the hard stuff. There is a lack in City Hall right now. And I don't know where it points to, but what I do know is that it needs to be fixed. A lot of projects are dropping off by the wayside. It is not the mayor and council's job to micromanage anybody. We shouldn't have to ask people for updates. We shouldn't have to tell people we need updates. They should be provided to us. What is the status on the city's comprehensive plan?
Mr. Mayor, the comprehensive plan is in the works of planning commission.
Before it goes to anyone. And I do not like when people throw out due dates, but we want to see it tomorrow. Because if it's not getting done, we need to hire someone to do it. That's the reality of it. We have to have these things done. Boys and Girls Club partnership. What is the status update on that?
The Boys and Girls Club partnership is dependent on, for the most part, the CDBG process, where the city and the Boys and Girls Club already have an agreement in concept, but we have to go through the round of funding, which begins in early spring of 2025 in order to apply.
So let me just make it plain to y'all. We started talking about this well before the funding deadline for the fall. So again, process falling to the side. So what I'm going to ask is Councilwoman Cotman, if you would take the reins and be the project manager for this to make sure that this gets completed. Because what I do know is I haven't signed anything. And if I haven't signed anything, that means nothing is done. You signed anything, Councilwoman Downing? That means nothing is done. It's time to get on the stick. There was another situation that happened last week about a bill getting paid. There's no reason why an invoice was received on November the 18th And the mayor and council didn't find out about it until December 2nd. I did not want to do this in open session. But because my hands were forced and because our hands were tied, we're doing it now. It's time to get on the stick. It is time to make things happen. The residents of this town deserve better than what we're putting out. I have a full-time job. I spent most of my morning on the phone with a resident about an issue that she was having here in town, a valid issue. Saturday, I spent most of my evening discussing an issue that a resident had here in town. Pocomoke City, it is time to get on the stick. This town looks like crap. Debris everywhere. We can keep saying we're the friendliest town on the Eastern Shore, but we're definitely the trashiest at this point. And I'm not trying to be mean, but there is a lot of need here in this town. And there are easy things that we can do to fix it. Y'all don't need approval from us for everything. The reason why we hired you was because we trust your skill and your expertise. How we do things right now is how we're supposed to do. But we need y'all to do your part. We need everybody to come together. The bickering among departments is sickening. We are tired of hearing it.
With all due respect, Mayor, I don't think this is going to help the situation if that's how you feel.
But you know, the reason why I'm saying it, Scott, is because people think that we just sit back and we're letting everything go on. Because I'm always the last person. I can't speak for y'all, but typically I'm the last person to know anything. People in the public know these things before we even know them. So that's why I'm saying it right now. There's a lot of situations that go on that we don't even know about. You know, we pick and choose what we tell the mayor and council, and that's fine because we don't have to know everything. But when you know it's something that we need to know, it needs to be fixed. My only point is we need to get on the stick. We need to start doing what we're supposed to do. Moving forward to comments from the city manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the city council. Two quick things, and then I'm going to defer the rest of my time to the police chief, who's going to make a few introductions to you. The first, very quickly, is we've reached out to county leadership to talk about or start a dialogue about some pedestrian safety improvements over near the high school, where Woodland Manor and Southern Fields are forced to walk along the side of highways and cross roads that don't have crosswalks or crossing guards or traffic calming or anything else. So we've asked them to engage with us, and we'll keep the city council informed when a first kickoff meeting comes together so we can address that issue. The other issue, and thank you, Councilwoman Cotman, for nudging staff on this to get some new shelters placed in Pocomoke City by Shore Transit. Just today, I saw a gentleman in a nice suit sitting on a bench in the rain at 5th and Market Streets, and it struck me as we need to do this quicker than probably we need to move this up the priority list to get it done. So that's our first shot at it, and Shore Transit will do their due diligence to reach out to the property owner, but we've done the same thing in order to let him know that we're doing this at that particular site, and then we'll move on to other sites as well. So I wanted to update you on that. I know Councilwoman emailed me today. I want to make sure you understand that we're moving forward on that, and time is of the essence as winter is here. So
It's here.
and let me defer the rest of my time to police chief, and he's gonna make a few introductions to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager.